Good afternoon and welcome to Foxboro High School Girls Varsity Soccer. First home game of the season, coming off a tough loss 2-0 against King Philip yesterday. It was a tough game. Excuse me, I'm going to back up. My name is Michael McCabe. I'm here with my co-host Ellen Burke, jumping right into it.
Hello, all.
But yesterday, Foxboro strong showing with a shifted line. They graduated 10 seniors last year, Ellen, and a very athletic class. So
extremely athletic.
So they looked really good yesterday, but the King Philip was able to capitalize off a corner kick and a handball. Yep. So we are underway here at Foxboro High School. Foxboro taking on Walpole.
We have Jordan Carmen at forward with Erin Foley.
Erin Foley covering the center with Kaylee McCabe, who's got the ball right now, taking a shot. And
nice
hits
time.
it right off the side of a Walpole defender. Foxboro was getting the call. Erin Foley was knocked to the ground by the Walpole defender, number 15. So we apologize. They don't have the rosters online yet, so we don't really have a lot of the names for Walpole readily available. So Kaylee McCabe will be taking the penalty kick from the 15-yard line. 3 defenders making a wall in front of the goalie.
Yeah, they look like they're 1 yard short of the 10 yards.
So it's a field goal. Kaylee McCabe with getting a little too under the ball, raising it up and above. But good opening drive for Foxborough here. They were able to move it up the field pretty well and put some pressure right on the defenders right away. So it looks like they're rebounding from the game yesterday. Would have been nice, Ellen, if they maybe had a practice in between just to kind of work on some of the things they saw in the first game.
Exactly. And they're playing 2 tough teams to start out the season. So
absolutely.
Walpole, historically, we've had, they've been very good competition for us. So
right now Walpole has a throw in on the far side. Head ball, Kaylee McCabe at her feet looking for Lindsay Resnick in the middle. Lindsay has it, and Walpole's able to push it away, but she gets it back to Megan Burke on defense. Megan not able to keep control of the ball. And Foxborough defenders able to sweep in and...
no, she kept it in.
But she was able to take it before they were able to get a shot off on net. Maddie Mayer Jr. In net. Yeah. Is it? Yesterday she took the first half and... Ali Segaris took the second half.
Right.
Both looked very good in net. Both had some great saves.
It's going to be a corner kick.
So
it's kicked out by Brooke.
By Brooke Barrera. So Brooke Barrera, one of the captains this year, taking on a much larger role, and she looked really good yesterday. I thought she looked aggressive and very athletic. All seniors actually yesterday had really good games. Kaylee McCabe was very strong. Physical. She was marked all game in double team, which I think she's going to see a lot of this year, so she's going to have to really prepare for that. Megan Burke had a fantastic game yesterday. She really was. She really made herself stand out just with her effort and attacking all game. So Walpole right now is pushing, trying to take advantage of the corner kick, able to get a shot on net, back to the corner again. A save by
I think
Maddie
that was
Mayer.
Kicked out.
The ball is kicked off the corner and almost put in by one of the Foxborough players, unable to see who it was, but Maddie Mayer with an easy save, thankfully.
It was a nice soft kind of downplay by whoever it was that got it over to Maddie.
And so we have JoJo Carmen and Erin Foley trying to push the ball off field. JoJo Carmen had a good game yesterday as well. She looks really good. They've moved her to striker, it seems like, primarily. And she's very strong up there. She's got a good nose for the ball and very aggressive on the attack. So hopefully that'll open it up for her up this season, especially where it looks like McCabe's going to draw some double teams.
JoJo has some speed. So
Absolutely. And she's fearless out there. That's another thing that you can't hesitate at this stage in the game, Ellen. They've all been playing soccer their whole lives. It comes down to the mental part of it. And when you see a player like JoJo who's not afraid to just go right after the ball, that makes a big difference on the field.
Right.
So not quite a shot on net, but Maddie Mayer was able to come out and gain control right away with the punt upfield right up in the middle. And Foxborough is able to make contact, but not quite have control yet. So Walpole actually takes it and gets control and has possession. Nice little through ball, but no Walpole players there to actually play it. So in that looks like Brooke Barrera.
No, Megan. That was Megan.
That's Megan Burke down the back.
Megan,
okay.
Megan, I believe she'll be marking that girl all game.
And that's been that was Megan's calling card last year. She's a tenacious defender, and they've put her on some of the stronger players, and she's been able to hold them back and keep them from really attacking the net. And she's probably, in my opinion, especially in the Davenport, is the strongest at doing that.
Sounds like you got your thesaurus out today, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little.
Well, looking up
I didn't
a few
go
words.
I didn't go to Foxboro High, but
Yep.
I did go to high school, so I have that going for me.
Looks like the defense is doing a better job today. We struggled a little bit yesterday.
Yes, they looked like they were having trouble holding position yesterday. Lindsay Resnick, who had a fantastic season last year, and had a good game yesterday, but she looked out of position a little bit, and I think my take on it in part was because they had moved Megan Burke upfield a little more, and
Right.
they're used to playing together, and generally what Foxborough has done is they'll take their two center defenders, control the middle, and then the wings are more aggressive and push up the field. So it looks like they look like they were out of sync, but we have to take into account that KP's a very strong team, so
Very
it
strong,
took them out of their game plan a bit.
Yep. So it's we have Brooke Barrera and Jacqueline Vecchione at outside mid, and Kaylee McCabe and Laura Miley on the inside.
And Lauren had some time there last year, so it's good to see her getting. She was coming off a serious injury from a few years back, and she had a good game yesterday. She seemed to be more at strength, more comfortable, and just getting her. I was able to talk to her dad a little, and he said, mentally her confidence is back. Foxborough has a push-up field. It was a nice play by JoJo Carmen trying to push the ball up to Kaylee McCabe, but the Walpole defender was able to get to the ball.
Laura Miley trying to get control there.
So right now, Walpole has had more. Walpole has more possession on this run here for Foxborough.
Yep. We started out strong, and Walpole had it for several minutes down our end.
But it looks pretty balanced in terms of teams so far, Ellen, in terms of spacing and playing the field here. So now we have Megan Burke as one-on-one and is able to protect the ball for Maddie Mayer to come in and control it. So if you take a look here, here's Megan Burke. This shows her toughness. They're both kind of arms get going and they both go down, but she's able to keep control of the ball and allow Maddie to come up and make an easy save.
So it looks like it's Ella Thompson, number 9, that Megan's marking.
So the players to watch for on the Walpole roster are Brooke Willonis. She's number 5. They're all captains. Sophie St. George, she's number 3. Catherine McLean, number 7, and Ella Thompson, number 9. All very good, strong players, and just the ones Foxborough wants to keep their eye on today as well.
Nice save by Maddie. It's a good shot on net by Walpole.
Walpole is definitely Foxborough's probably had 2 shots on net, and now it looks like
nice header by
JoJo to push the ball upfield. Kaylee McCabe trying to get there, not able to get there in time. But Foxborough will be throwing in from the sideline. So we have Lindsay Resnick with the throw in over to JoJo Carmen.
So Lindsay's going to be throwing it in again.
There as well. And Lauren Miley. Seems like so JoJo waiting, taking time, trying to get the ball into the middle. And unfortunately, it goes right to the Walpole defender. But Lindsay Resnick's there to keep it upfield. So it looks like they have Lindsay pushing a little more aggressively up the middle.
Yep.
And they're keeping. Is that Auclair in the back there, Sophie Auclair?
Yes.
Yes. So she's moving into the center D and having Megan Burke kind of slide in and out as well.
That was Laura Miley fighting in the middle of the field there for that.
So Megan Burke getting to the ball. But Walpole's been able to push the ball up the middle here and get through. The defense has been holding well and playing good, pretty good. But Walpole is definitely challenging them so far.
Yep.
Seems to have. They're the aggressors, so hopefully Foxborough is going to be able to step it up here.
Right.
So once again, another Foxboro kick, but it just seemed like it was more upfield than to anybody, and Walpole was able to take it. So Erin Foley right now fighting and wins the 1v1, pushes the ball up to Brooke Barrera on the right, and Kaylee McCabe's making a push toward the net, and that has the goal. Great goal. You know what? I don't know if you caught this, Ellen, but very heads-up play by Brooke Barrera. She was running up the far side, saw the offsides, slowed up enough for Kaylee to be able to get the ball without getting the offsides kick and save the play. So that was it's a nice team effort. Erin Foley winning the 1v1, pushing the ball upfield. Let's take a look again here. Oh, unfortunately, you can't see Brooke Barrera in it, but it was a nice play, and that was a great goal. Great goal with a Walpole defender hanging on her.
I think there were 3.
Yeah, as well. Like I say, that's what she's going to be seeing this season.
Yep. So I do know Walpole last season was 9-0-1, and they're looking to make the playoffs this year. That's for sure. And they look good. They look very good.
And both coming off an abbreviated season. So Foxboro last year actually, unfortunately, being disqualified in the playoffs due to COVID issues with players testing positive, and they weren't able to play in the playoffs, and the season was abbreviated, and Walpole dealing with the same thing, and both had strong teams, Ellen, so it was a shame. So hopefully, this year off to a good start, and hopefully they're able to both have, successful seasons.
Full successful seasons, too.
Nice job adding the full in there.
Yes.
That was...
Only because we did miss out on games, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
No, it was
and the important games.
And it's really a shame for these kids. I think what you sometimes forget is the amount of work they put in to getting ready for a season.
Yep, it's
that
not
was a great
just during
play.
the
So
season.
it's coming up field here is Megan Burke with a nice burst, push right through 2 players. Kaylee McCabe's running with her up the middle. Erin Foley on the far side finds Kaylee McCabe in the middle. McCabe's looking to push and takes a shot and just really wide of the net. I don't think she could see. Erin Foley looked like she had some space up there on the far side of the field, but they were flanked by defenders. Let's take a look again. So here comes Burke pushing up the side, pushes it to Kaylee in the middle, and Erin Foley was there open on the right, but the communication wasn't there. I'm not sure they were aware she was over there.
Right, yeah.
So now we have Brooke Barrera on the far side, and Erin Foley ahead of her, pushing the ball. Nice through ball to Foley. Foley's trying to take the corner, looking to get the shot, and pushes it to the middle. Right idea. And the goalie gets through.
Wow.
Oh, opportunity missed there. That was Erin Foley looked to great unselfish play. She had the angle for the shot, but it wasn't a great angle. Chose to push it in the middle, was able to get it by the goalie, and it looked like I wasn't sure who was there, and they weren't able to capitalize.
Right. One of the Walpole defenders must have kicked it out. So
the ball's in the middle of the field here, kind of bouncing back and forth. Walpole's able to push it out down into Foxboro's end. Lindsay Resnick trying to move it to the outside.
Nice ball.
Pushing it up to Vecchione, and who was not able to get the ball. Ball was just ahead of her.
Yep.
Right idea, though. So Foxboro looks like they're starting to pick up their pace a little here and match Walpole, which is good. Walpole's clogging up the middle quite well. A lot of Foxboro's kind of hanging on the outside. You see Brooke Barrera on the far side wide open, and you see 5 to 6 Walpole players in the middle here.
Right. Yep.
To Foxboro's 4.
Yeah.
And that's why we seem to not be able to keep the ball in the middle. It's getting down to our end. Late whistle here. It looks like it's a throw-in, or are they calling it a kick? It's a kick.
But like you said earlier, with 2-3 people marking Kaylee, there've got to be some warriors open on the field.
That creates opportunities, absolutely.
We've got to find those players. They need to start making sure that they know who's open, and they have to vocalize it. So
that's it. It's going to create opportunities for people like JoJo Carmen, Megan Burke, Brooke Barrera, these Erin Foley, Lauren Miley. These are, they have to communicate and make them aware.
Right. And that's, because we are a little bit of a younger team out there. We need to.
Maddie Mayer with the save. Nice job.
Those seniors need to show the younger players.
Well, and you're coming off of Brooke Barrera last year. Let's take a look again. So it's a direct kick right into Mayer, who mishandles it at first. Walpole player's right there, but she gets right back. Maddie gets right back on top of it. Yeah. Way to stay with it.
So that's off of Sophia Auclair.
So I think, and you have a great point, Ellen, where they are a young team. They only have 3 captains, and as I started to say, Brooke Pereira last year was more of a role player, and she's really being asked to take on a much bigger part, and she's looking great doing it, by the way.
She does.
She's
you know what?
really
She really
good.
impressed me just with her, all the work she put in to improve her game, to build up her stamina. You know, she's a real leader. She showed up for everything. You know, that's what the girls saw, and that's why she was voted a captain. And now she's getting the time on the field, so it's paying off.
Absolutely, and she's making the most of it. She looked really strong yesterday. It was good, and she's having a good game today as well.
Yep.
So it's good to see them step up. But I will say this Foxboro team, as young as they are, look, Lindsay Resnick trying to keep that ball in, unable to.
Almost.
They look strong, which is a good sign for years coming up here when they losing a handful of strong seniors last year with some scorers, and then you're going to be losing Megan Burke, Kaylee McCabe, and Barrera and JoJo this year.
JoJo, yep.
So you get some. It's nice to see some girls coming up that are going to be able to fill those spots.
Right. Yep.
So JoJo Carmen pushing it upfield, but nobody
And
really there. Erin Foley
Erin's
in the sprint.
pushing.
I don't think the Walpole defender wasn't aware she was coming.
Yep, that was a good job. We've got a
We've got
throw in.
Throw in on the near side. JoJo Carmen will be doing the throw in. We have Brooke Barrera on the far side of the goal. Kaylee McCabe up the middle. Vecchione right in the front.
And Lindsay Resnick coming down the side.
So I will say JoJo Carmen has impressed me with their throw-ins. She's got some real strength behind them, and it's really a 20-yard throw-in, which can make a big difference.
Yep.
So we got Sophia Auclair in the middle, losing the ball to the Walpole forward, who's looking for the through ball and almost got it. Really would have been quite an opportunity there.
Megan Burke coming
Megan
back.
Burke able to come back and break it up, and they're able to push it back upfield.
Oops. That's a handball by
on
Jacqueline Vecchione.
Jacqueline Vecchione.
Yep.
At the 40. So it looks like you get some space here. So. All right, big kick, dropping it into the goal box, and Sophie Auclair is able to get to it, and then the Walpole
fighting for that.
Showing an attack, pushing it in,
nice,
and Maddie Mayer with a great save.
Mayer. And here goes Kaylee McCabe down the side.
Pushing it up the right-hand side. Looking to take on the player one by one, and the defender is able to break it up. Back out to the middle. Lauren Miley and Megan Burke coming up from downfield and is actually pushed, two-hand push. Not called by the ref, but it's going to be a throw-in, and Walpole's actually going to get the ball. I'm not sure how that wasn't a call, but maybe our angle was a little better. So let's see. So now we're calling, and
push on.
It's going to be push on 9. Walpole, number 9.
Ella Thompson.
So it's going to be coming out from the Walpole end. I mean Foxboro end, excuse me.
Yep.
All right, so pass back to the goalie, Erin Foley there to put some pressure on the goalie. As we all know, a pass from the defenders to the goalie is not able to pick it up. So I always like to see a forward striker attack that ball. So Kaylee McCabe and Brooke, and I don't think that's Brooke.
I was going to say, it looks like Brooke came out and...
Is that Danielle Riley?
Grace
is that Grace Riley?
It could be Grace Riley.
Unfortunately, all 4 of our eyes cannot see the far side of the field for numbers.
But
it looks like Grace Riley from here, who actually, if they hadn't had such a strong senior class, would have made this roster last year.
Probably.
Grace, a very strong player.
Yep. So she is.
Another player they'll be looking to for the years. Oh, just beat on the corner. I'm not sure who that was, but they did. I don't think they knew the Walpole. I don't think she knew that the Walpole forward was there, and the Walpole, they were able to come around, push out in the middle, and get the shot on.
I believe that was.
That was looked like that was a Walpole, nice job capitalizing.
Yep.
Let's see if we can, we'll get the replay on this. Let's take a look again.
Not sure if it was
So if we look at the far side, he was able to beat, and then Megan Burke coming in was able to break it up, but then the
Actually,
Walpole.
that was Lindsay.
Walpole Fox, so was that Lindsay Resnick?
Yeah.
So it was Lindsay Resnick on the far side, and she just didn't know the Walpole player was coming in. So great job by Walpole. Great heads up.
Yep. They're especially Ella Thompson. She's pushing. So you gotta know where she is at all times. We just had a throw in, and Erin's trying to control it.
So we still have 21, just under 21 minutes here left in the half. Both teams looking good. They're moving the ball at times. It seems like a kind of a back and forth down where it seems like Walpole has control and then Foxboro's push control.
Right.
So this is really going to come down to who can sustain this. It's starting to look like. So we're tied up 1-1 here. Foxboro and getting the early goal, and then Walpole answering just a few minutes ago. And so now with Foxboro once again pushing upfield. Erin Foley fighting for the ball, gets pushed in the back, so they're going to get a kick coming in. Looks like JoJo Carmen's going to come over and take the kick. Erin Foley's moving toward the goal with Grace Riley, McCabe, Miley, and on the far end is Vecchione. So kind of look good. Who's up the middle of the field? Megan Burke, so that's perfect. So she can
and we have
be there for some rebounds.
Maddie Luck is on the left outside back, and Kylie O'Keefe is on the right.
Foley with the JoJo Carmen with the great kick right in the middle. And Walpole, nice job keeping it out. It's going to be a corner kick. Head ball coming out from Walpole. But Walpole did a nice job. That was a great kick, good placement, and Foxborough just wasn't able to capitalize on it. Okay, so now we have a corner coming from the near side.
I think it's JoJo, correct?
JoJo's going to be taking this one as well.
Okay.
So Foxborough now crashing out on the net as the ball's kicked, coming in, and the Walpole goalie able to gain control and keep that out. She was an all-star last year, I believe, as well, the goalie for Walpole. So she's Katie Powderly, was listed as an all-star last year, so showing her skill right there.
Nice takeaway by Megan Burke. Out to Laura Miley.
It seems like the defense is a little out of sync again today here. They started out looking really, really solid. See, then now right there, you see what just now they're getting a late whistle. So you never stop playing until the whistle. So it looks like it's going to be against Walpole.
I'm not sure why the late whistle, though.
And if you take a look here, they all just kind of stop playing because one of the players called foul. And so throws her hands up, actually number 7, who's
Laura Miley came in to take
playing
the ball.
aggressive. So the ball's pushed up. Kaylee McCabe has the ball up and is fighting with the goalie and is taken out by the goalie. Okay, so and stays with the ball. So goalie's
hurt.
down. Looks like she's hurt.
And that's number 16.
Let's take a look again here. So it looks like a breakaway. Kaylee McCabe trying to get around the goalie. So JoJo taking the kick, placed upfield. Great kick, great placement. Kaylee McCabe's coming in. Goalie puts the arm up, trying to hold her back, and looks like because she had her arm up that she just landed right on her side. So hopefully just knocked the wind out of herself there when she landed. It looked like both her arms were up, and she did. You know what? She did the right thing by not letting her come around the corner.
That's Katie
Powderly. So she's.
The senior captain goalie.
Yes, yeah. So hopefully this is again just the wind knocked out of her. It was a great play though because Kaylee McCabe was coming around the corner. It looked like she was going to have a step on her, and she kind of sacrificed the body to keep her out, and it would have been like a soft kick in because there were no defenders there. So very good play, and hopefully she's okay here.
And Katie Powerly is a Bay State Conference All-Star, so hopefully she's. Yeah,
so hopefully it looks like they're bringing it looks like they don't necessarily have a backup. I see one of the Walpole Rebels are putting on a penny
now,
to go in.
I mean, is there a rule to this? Does she have to come out for a couple of minutes or no? I don't know.
I don't remember, Ellen. Yeah. It's a great question because in the past it used to be when when you had an on-field and you had to stop the play, the player had to come off, they could be subbed back in. But now we're talking the goalie here. And
she's sitting up, so that's, I believe she's sitting up anyway.
she does.
So.
It looks like they got her sitting up.
Yep. Thank God.
You hate to see this, especially early in the season.
Oh, this is Walpole's first game, so, and like I said, she's a Bay State All-Conference goalie, so you hope,
so
hope she
far,
just comes out for a couple of minutes.
So I think right now, Ellen, it's a good back and forth. I mean, both teams are showing good grit on the ball. At times, each team looks stronger than the other. It's shifting back and forth. I think. Looks like Foxboro had a couple breakdowns on defense at times, and I think that's a communication thing. So hopefully that's something they're going to be able to work on, because they had a little bit of trouble yesterday at KP as well.
They did.
I mean, they're all strong and skilled, but it looked like they weren't quite as meshed as they were last season.
So they play a 4-back with a stopper sweeper, and they ended up using Megan and having her mark one girl. So the whole preseason, that's not how they played.
So here we're going to take a look again. The Walpole goalie is on her feet now. Katie Potterly's on her feet. So again, she cuts off the angle, puts the arm up, and kind of dives forward, realizing she's Kaylee McCabe's getting a step on her. And again, she's being driven off, unfortunately. But you have to give it to her. She really sacrificed herself to stop that goal, and she did. But unfortunately,
she is getting in the golf cart.
Unfortunately, it looks like she's going to have to come out. But really, gutsy, strong play by the goalie. You can see now why she was an all-star.
Yep. Yeah.
So what you're saying on the defense, they've made some changes. I've noticed that, and they're still having to adjust. But like you said earlier, two strong opponents right out of the gate. You have KP, who is a D1, and they're always, it's a tri-county. They always put a very strong team on the field.
Right.
And now Walpole Rebels, what do they call them, Porkers? Porkers, I believe. That's their, their thing,
Okay.
And they always seem to field a strong team as well.
Do.
So
yep, they do.
So both teams seem pretty evenly matched here. I thought yesterday Foxboro seemed to have stronger individual players, but KP seemed to have the stronger team.
Yes.
And today looks like the same thing for both teams, where both teams have strong individual players, and are still trying to get that to mesh with the team play, which can be tough at times. But Foxboro's been successful doing it, and again, young team, graduating a lot of seniors, so that's going to take a little bit of time.
And KP came out to play yesterday. We
were
flat. We were flat.
So no doubt about it. KP was the stronger team yesterday, and Foxboro played hard, but KP wore them down. The last 10 minutes, Foxboro looked kind of like they kind of got beat down. You don't see that very often with Foxboro. So So hopefully that gets addressed. So it's a goal kick coming out. So new goalie for Walpole taking over for Katie Powderly, who hopefully she's on the bench across from us, and so must have landed on her arm. I don't know if it's shoulder. So we've got JoJo Carmen coming at the middle, fighting, being blocked out. Nice job by the Walpole defender, number 15. Again, apologize. There were no rosters. I like to usually have the numbers and the players, but it was number 15. Alan, I don't know if you have.
Number 15.
It
could
number
be
15. I'm not seeing a 15.
Could be 13. Lauren Ringer.
A nice save by the backup goalie, who is number. Is that 18? If that's 18, it's Emma Lonergan. Let's see the save here. Maybe we'll be able to see the number on her shirt. So nice, it's coming in and able to jump right in with Grace Riley on her heels. So great save.
Yep.
So we've got the push-up field again. JoJo Carmen coming in to get that ball. Now we have Vecchione trying to push it up, and JoJo Carmen coming in using their body, and Vecchione, nice job by the goalie.
Wow.
That's a great opportunity. The goalie, the backup has hung in there.
Stepping in and fighting off
to come in cold and have two attacks on the net like that and be able to hold ground. So let's take a quick look again. So you've got two uncontested Foxboro players in there. So Walpole able to kick the ball upfield, easily handled by Lindsay Resnick over to Megan Burke, pushing up to the middle to Lauren Miley. And Lauren Miley loses it, but Megan Burke's able to get it and push it back upfield again. So having a little trouble in the middle. It's really clogged up with Walpole players, as we said earlier. They're really playing heavy in the middle and giving the outsides. And Foxboro's keeping their middies on the outside. But if we can't control it in the middle to get it to the outsides, Ellen, this is what is kind of going back and forth with it.
Yep.
So Megan Burke able to defend a kind of a soft shot on goal. But Megan was able to get there and kick it to the outside. So it looks like it's going to be a...
is it a goalie?
I'm assuming corner kick because Foxborough did not go after the ball and let it roll out. So we have a Walpole player coming down now.
Okay. So
it's going to be a corner kick on the far side for Walpole. So we have 15 and a half minutes left here in the first half. It's a 1-1 game. And again, right now it's either team's game. It's... both teams looking strong at points, and then at points looking looking a little disorganized. So it's whoever's able to kind of get in sync here first would be my thoughts. So it's going to be it's a penalty. It's a direct kick from the far side.
Oh,
I didn't really see anything to
I
make
didn't
me think that there was a push, but
no, I didn't either.
So kick in Walpole. Walpole player gets their head on it, and they're calling it a push on Walpole. It's coming out from the Foxboro end. And I didn't see anything in there either as well, I'm not sure what these calls. There was a big scrum of girls, and it looked like everyone just going for the ball.
In the ref's defense, we did say that we can't see much.
No, yeah, that's fair. I'm not. I would not want to be the ref. I'm more comfortable up here than reffing on the field. So, so now the ball's kind of bouncing around here in midfield. Walpole's able to take possession, and then McCabe's able to get her foot on the ball and push it over to Vecchione on the outside, and Vecchione pushing it upfield to JoJo Carmen, the ball was a little high, was able to get her toe just on it, and pass it back to the goalie. And now we're getting call that she was up the back of the Walpole player. So that was Madeline Luck. She definitely kind of went on the back. I think she had her head up in the air looking for the ball. So quick boot downfield right to an easy save for Maddie, who's rolling it out to the middle, looking for a best opportunity of where to place the ball here, and pushes it up to the far side. McCabe's able to get her foot on it, fighting a 1v1 here.
Nice.
And Lauren Miley jumping out of the way so as not to confuse it. So Grace Riley up to Erin Foley on the far right. Erin Foley pushing it over to McCabe, and Walpole just had too many white shirts in there, Ellen. That was all the right ideas.
Yep.
So Foley's going to get the throw in, then Walpole has to kick it out, but that was a great teamwork there with Riley, McCabe, and Foley pushing it up the side, and Walpole was able to move 5 players over and break it up. So heads up to them, but we're running some time here. So it's 13 minutes left. JoJo Carmen with the throw in over to Kaylee McCabe in the middle, and Kaylee looking to clear it into the middle. Vecchione staying on the ball. The ball is loose. The goalie's not able to capitalize. And missed opportunity there, Ellen. So now it's going to be a throw-in for Foxboro. So that's the thing. I think
unfortunately, when JoJo
if
takes all these throw-ins,
Foxboro needs to be
lose her
ready.
in the field.
We lose her in the field, and Foxboro. This is the second time it's been mishandled by the backup goalie. Not for lack of effort, I'll say.
Right. No.
The Walpole goalie doing a great job, but she is the backup, and Foxboro needs to stay on that ball and wait for the rebounds. And that's the mental part of the game that comes in, Ellen, where they really need to be ready for that. And they look like they weren't. So Walpole's able to clear the ball up to midfield, and that looks like Kylie O'Keefe on the far side, keeping it forward. Kylie, another senior coming in. Kylie, very strong player, very very tough, never outworked on the field. So it's nice to see her out there on the far side.
Be a Walpole throw-in. It's off JoJo.
Okay, and there's a substitution in here for Walpole. So
I believe that might be
number 13 just came out for number 28, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so throw in, Foxboro able to get the head on the ball, and there's a little scrum in the middle for it. Lauren Miley, Kylie O'Keefe fighting for the ball. Walpole's able to get it and push it out to a midi. Lindsay Resnick, nice job getting her foot on the ball to Kaylee McCabe in the middle. McCabe taking the player on 1v1, looking to push it through. She's got 3 players on. Needs to get that ball out to an open player. That's what
There
we
she
talked about
goes.
earlier. She did. She's got it.
Oh, offside.
Offside. Okay. But that's what we're talking about. So the 3 players on it. You need to get communication going so it knows where the open player was. And saw Foley on the far right. Unfortunately, we're offsides, but if they can start to capitalize on that, Ellen, that'll really help open up the offense for them.
Yep.
So we're 11 minutes left in the half. Still a 1-1 tie. Foxboro hosting Walpole for the home opener for Foxboro in the first game of the season for Walpole. I think Foxboro really needs to, in my opinion, they need to come out. I mean, obviously always need to come out with a win, but today is going to be important coming off of the loss to KP yesterday.
Right. They need to have a strong showing and push the ball.
Right, and that's just as for their confidence and for their, to continue through the season. You don't want to come out with the first 2 games being losses,
right.
Especially when you're trying to bond as a younger team and get together. I mean, they are tough. They're a very tough team, and they work. So we get Vecchione moving the ball upfield, pushing it for JoJo Carmen on the outside. Actually, a good ball, little too much on it, but right idea. JoJo Carmen's able to get in front of the kick, and the goalie's able to scoop it up. A great play by JoJo, and that's exactly what I'm talking about with the goalie. Yep. They need to keep running at her because she's not used to it, and that's you hope to rattle her, and keep those mistakes up.
Exactly.
So the ball, Walpole able to move the ball pretty easy up the far side of the field. It's coming upfield, and Lindsay Resnick's there, but the ball was already on its way out. So it's going to be a corner kick for Walpole. I think. Do we just have a substitution for Foxboro?
I believe
we just had
Becca Foley might be coming in for JoJo, but I'm not positive.
JoJo definitely came out. We haven't seen the back of it yet to see who the sub was.
That might not be Becca, though.
So Walpole kicking from the far side, dropping it into heavy traffic, but it looks like, and Walpole's able to capitalize. So Walpole now takes the lead on Foxboro. It's 2-1. A lot of traffic in there, and Walpole just able to capitalize.
I'm not sure if that went off a Foxboro player.
Well, no, it was kicked from outside by a Walpole player. So let's take a look. If you look, it was juggled in the middle. Great placement on that kick.
Yep.
Right in the traffic. Mayer's there. It was actually McCabe was able to get up and get the ball out, and there was a Walpole player for the rebound to kick it in.
Yep.
So nice job by Walpole capitalizing.
Yep.
So this is where Foxborough needs to keep it together and just keep mounting a strong attack here. So don't let any frustration set in and continue to play your game.
Exactly.
So once again, all white shirts in the middle.
Yep.
All white shirts in the middle. And this is what we saw yesterday as well, Ellen. So Foxborough is really going to need to gain control of the middle of this field.
They are.
There's nobody there but white shirts to get that ball. So Maddie Mayer kicking the ball upfield right into a sea of white. So Lauren Miley trying to push the ball through 4 white players. And it's just the odds are just so low of making that. So really, Foxborough's got to get some bodies in there. So looks like Foley and McCabe are starting to slide down a little bit here. You got Megan Burke up the front and Miley in the middle. So they're there. Now we've got some blue shirts in here. So hopefully gain control of this. This is so there's a push right up the back.
Number 17.
Number 17 on Walpole, right on the back of Foley.
That's Emily De Silva, number 17. So nice kick by Lindsay.
So McCabe here looking, is taken down, but no call. So Walpole's able to get the ball, and it's Sophie St. George bringing the ball upfield for Walpole, getting it to the outside, and able to get past Kylie O'Keefe. And Megan Burke is there to take the ball, and then is broken up. So it's a nice back and forth here with possession.
Yep.
Very strong both ways.
And now we need to control the ball. We need to just control it
settle
instead
it down.
of just too many just kicks in the air.
So Walpole's managed to gain control again, and they're pushing it up on the far side. And now it's a 1v1. Erin Foley it looks like Brooke Walonis and Erin Foley there. Or was that St. George?
I believe, it's probably St. George.
I see some, no, that was Walonis, number 5.
Oh, okay.
So we're at 6.5 minutes. It's 2-1. Walpole in the lead, capitalizing on a corner kick, which Foxboro gave up a corner kick yesterday as well.
So JoJo's back in.
So we get JoJo back in, up in the top at striker. They've moved Kaylee McCabe up on, looks like she's been moved up to forward from midfield.
And I believe Nev Taylor came in on the
So
other
we have
outside back.
Vecchione on the outside. McCabe trying to get the ball over. It's just all white. Just four white players coming in. I think just got to maintain and settle this down at halftime.
Maddie Luck doing a nice job on the outside there.
Foxboro's starting to look like they're chasing the ball a bit here, and Walpole's got in control. So I think
you're right.
We don't seem to be holding position, Ellen. I think that's we seem to have players out of position. The field doesn't seem to be fully covered, meaning we have gaps out in the field. So Vecchione's coming out, and Becca Foley's going to be subbing in on the left-hand side. So kick up field. Let's see if Foxboro's able to get it. So was that JoJo Carmen getting her head on it, but it right to a Walpole defender who was easily able to push it back upfield. So now if you look, we have this whole the near side is all open. There's no blue. Becca Foley is floated too far into the middle.
Right.
And it seems like
Erin
Erin Foley's like kind of sliding over. So another corner kick coming in. Looks like Carmen's going to stay up top. McCabe's going to come in to help defend the corner kick. So let's see. They're keeping. And there's 4 Walpole players out, 1 kicking, which leaves it,
Nev Taylor's
heavy majority for Foxboro. So now the ball's loose coming out, and Erin Foley not able to get to the ball before St. George. St. George is able to get there, moving through, and Kaylee McCabe's able to come in and kick the ball out of bounds. St. George looking strong coming in on the outside.
She does.
So Foxboro really needs to make something happen here. Walpole is kind of taking control. They seem to be more aggressive, and they're really just attacking the ball. And Foxboro, again, seems to be out of position.
Yep.
And you
Running
just
a
can't.
little scared.
There's too much. This is soccer is such a team game. You've got 11 players on the field, and you really need to cover the field. So, and I think that's a communication thing, Ellen. They just have to talk to each other on who's playing where. So we seem to be trying to kick it upfield, and then Walpole is just grabbing the ball. Sophie St. George pushing in the middle. Nice job. A little too much on it, though. Trying to move it up to number 11. Walpole Rebels forward. And Walpole's able to keep the ball up forward. Megan Burke in there to take the ball and trying to push it upfield.
Liza Lee.
But Walpole is just, again, they're just able to control. Megan Burke picking up where she left off yesterday. Just aggressive, trying to attack the ball, trying to keep that push up. But then we seem to have blue shirts kind of standing around. So you just can't have that.
No. You can't have one girl taking on.
Yeah, and the communication has to get better. It seems like it's kind of breaking down. So we're at the 3-minute mark here in the first half, where Walpole has really mounted a stronger push on the second half. So Kaylee McCabe on a full sprint, getting ahead, and wasn't able to move the ball. It was
we're
pushed. I don't know if we get a call here. Is it a throw-in?
I think it's a throw-in.
Let's see. Yep. It looks like a throw-in. I thought it looked like he was going to call a push, but I guess they went to the throw-in. So the ball's in the middle again. Just a sea of white shirts, Ellen.
Right.
We've got blue standing around, and white is just attacking the ball. So the coaches there's going to be some frustration with all this, with not being able to get them to gel here, and it's kind of a problem they had yesterday with KP as well. So
I believe that was a handball on Walpole.
So ball just over Resnick's head in the middle. Mayer able to easily grab and get possession. So there, Foxborough just trying to it's just right at this point they're just trying to kick it out of the they're just trying to kick it out. So Kaylee McCabe with the breakaway. No players back. She's coming up. She's got plenty of room. Waiting, and there for number 2. Way to tie the game up. Kaylee McCabe with the second goal of the game.
Great job by JoJo to control it, get it in front of McKaylee, and
great assist.
No defenders back. So.
Walpole, of all that effort, and it seemed like there was no effort there. They just kind of let that. Let's see.
I think they were pushing up so much.
Here's the look again. So it's kind of all that aggressiveness, and then look at that open field. Yeah. McCabe's able to just come. Nice patience, waits for the goalie, and doesn't try to punch it hard. Waited for the goalie to commit and then pushed it in.
Walpole's pushing up so much, and it's helped them.
There were players there. They just didn't seem to be getting back, so that's a breakdown. Yeah. So there's a girl. That girl was grabbing at the waist there.
Yeah.
So McCabe's going to be dealing with that quite a bit this season.
So this is Nev.
She's got to be able to. So who
Nev Taylor.
Nev Taylor
on
pushing.
The right side.
Great attack. Trying to push. Looking to cross it, and it is off the Walpole player. So Foxboro is going to get a corner kick. Let's see if they can capitalize as Walpole was able to.
Yep.
And they did. They actually improved their corner kicks last year, Alan. The year before, they really weren't capitalizing.
No.
They had
2 years ago.
2 years ago, they had so many corner kicks, and I think they only had 1 or 2 goals all season off of it. But last year, I don't know exacts, but much better conversion rate. So here we go again. It's basically Walpole just wanting it more. Megan Burke coming up once again, coming up big, as she did yesterday.
Down the Walpole
She's just Megan Burke has such a motor on her, and that comes from how hard she works. Not from her mother. That's the mouth part. That's the mouth part. But she, to give Megan her credit, Megan works very hard. Is always very active and.
Nice job by Erin Foley.
And it shows on the field. She gives everything all the time, so it's great to see her really. Okay, so Bucks are pushing up. Again, in the middle here is just a lot of white shirts. The Walpole Timberwolves.
We have to spread the field.
We're just giving the heads up. I didn't realize that the Walpole are now the Timberwolves. Their name changed April 21st. I was just informed. So.
Oh, okay.
Timberwolves. Hopefully you have it. So now we just round down the first half here. Foxboro was able to tie it up, and hopefully they're able to settle down, get into position here, and kind of break this momentum that Walpole really pushed in with. They really came on strong the last 5 minutes of that game, and Walpole seemed to control, and then just had a breakdown on defense, and Carmen and McCabe were able to capitalize and push it up. So let's take a look at that last goal. Just wide open space, and you can see all the defenders back, and the middle defender just doesn't look like she's just kind of can't get there. So
Kaylee was all the way on the other side of the field.
Right. So it was just a good heads up, and it was nice to see them capitalize and tie it up going to the half. So.
Right. Yep. You're right, though. I mean, I'm glad that they came back. They weren't able to come back at all and score a goal yesterday. So the fact that they came out, scored the first goal, I like that, and then they had to come from behind. So those are 2 good things that. Hopefully they can capitalize on in the second half. Right,
and I think we're seeing a lot of the same things we saw yesterday, Ellen, where Foxboro have the players. There's a lot of talent here, but they seem to need to get into sync. They seem to be a little out of position.
Yep.
Thankfully, very fixable things, as they say, a turn of the screw, just to tighten it up.
But having that practice in between these 2 games would have been nice.
Yes, where they were able to work and fix on those things. But but they have a strong showing. So as they did yesterday, it looks like Sagaris is going to come in for the second half, which I think is a great move because Sagaris is a sophomore, I believe, correct, right?
She is.
She's a sophomore, and Maddie Mayer is a junior. That way you have 2. So now look at Walpole right now. Unfortunately, with Powderly down, I'm not sure for the whole game or not, but they have to bring in a second who, by the way, she did a great job.
She did a phenomenal job.
There was pressure on her. It was in her face, and she held her ground and had some great saves.
There was nothing she could have done on that.
No.
Second goal.
If you're not an experienced goalkeeper playing all the time, that's a breakaway like that is tough, especially with Kaylee McCabe is such a strong player. She's actually was a Davenport MVP last year, and you get a 1v1 with someone like that coming in. She stood her ground, got in front of her, and did exactly what she needed to do. And unfortunately wasn't able to get the save, but she did a great job.
Yep. She did. She did a very nice job.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, we have Kaylee, we have JoJo, we have Erin. I mean, and Jacqueline Vecchione were in her face the whole time she was in there. She did a great job.
Yeah, so
it looks like Katie Powderly has an arm sling.
Oh, no.
This is what I think I'm seeing, but I'm not sure.
On the bench. Okay. Yeah, you know what? And that's the arm she landed on. She kind of twisted her body where she was shielding McCabe from the goal. And that's what I said. She didn't have her arms to assist her with the fall.
Right.
And so
because she was grabbing the ball.
So hopefully it's not like the clavicle or anything. Hopefully she just kind of tweaked it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe pulled a muscle or something.
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing.
I did see whoever took her spot as backup. Unfortunately, again, we weren't given a roster, but she had her penny off. So I don't know if we're going to have another. I don't know if we're going to have another girl come in and take that spot. So we'll try to find out that for you as we go forward here. And I think it was Emma Lonergan, I think, was who went into goal, number 18. Very tough to see her number from here, but so all right. So actually, we're going to take a little break here as we're winding down the halftime here to start the second half. Okay, welcome back for the second half of Foxboro versus Walpole. And going in, it's tied going into the second half. And actually, we're going to show the second Walpole goal here because it was a lot of traffic, but it was a corner kick coming in. The ball was defended out by number 5, Kaylee McCabe. Gets up in the air, is able to get her head on the ball, comes back out, and you see right here, comes through a gap, and Walpole player comes right in, gets a nice kick, and it goes off of it. Looks like Vecchione and O'Keefe, actually. Looks like it might have been. No, Vecchione's on the outside, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Kylie.
But it was Kylie O'Keefe trying to get there. It just caught her leg.
Yep.
But I think Mayer was still too far in the middle. Yeah, so it was
she
a great.
She might have been able to. It looks like it started to go up.
Yeah, it's tough to see the angle from there, but. Right. But you know what? The effort was there to try to keep the ball out, and heads up to Walpole for capitalizing and able to push the ball in.
Right.
So we're setting up here in the middle field. Girls are getting ready to play the second half here. So let's see if Foxboro is able to make some adjustments, and Walpole as well. But I'd say toward the end, Walpole was looking like the stronger team in terms of just overall play. And then Foxboro again had flashes where they just some of the players looked really strong, but they as a team look a little out of sync. They looked good in the beginning and seemed to fall out of sync a bit. And maybe that has to do with substitutions and kids playing out of position, and all that can be worked on in the practices. But, back-to-back games out of the gate makes that difficult. But this is where captains, Barrera, Burke and McCabe have to step up and make those, talk to their teammates, get those adjustments going.
Exactly. Yep.
So we have Foley and Carmen up top, and McCabe and Miley in the middle on.
It looks like
the
Megan's
middies,
telling Kylie to
Becca
move
Foley's,
out.
So Becca Foley on the far side, outside midi, and on the inside
Is
here,
Nev Taylor.
Nev Taylor, who's actually looking, and she's a freshman, and she looks really good. Good control, good speed, good field
nice
awareness.
Pass to JoJo.
So
JoJo
she's
couldn't get her foot on it.
It's good to see a freshman get on and be able to really get some playing time. So Walpole fighting off two players, Megan Burke and O'Keefe on the side, and Segaris able to easily come in and scoop up this for the save. So now pushing it upfield and just a sea of white in the back, but it was quite a punt. That was at the 55-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice kick. But
Foley chasing it down. Nice
job.
job. See, so that's what she needs to do, because they have a goalie in there with a goalie shirt on. But
and Erin's she's keeping the pressure on.
So in keeping that ball forward and keeping the pressure on the goalie, again, keeping them off, keep challenging the goalie.
Right.
I think that's a key thing. You just got to keep challenging her, especially if they're inexperienced. Where where a player like Powderly was getting all the playing time.
Yeah.
So
but this is where I think Jacqueline Vecchione is strong. And she's not out there right now, but she puts herself in the right position to make a play.
So Nev Taylor coming up, and nice defensive play by Walpole just to push the ball out of bounds. So Nev looking she's got McCabe up the sideline and no other options really. So, and there's multiple players. So McCabe's pushed to the ground. So we're going to get a couldn't tell if he called it indirect or direct kick on that one.
I believe it's direct. But
so that was, there's a problem there is with the throw-in, Ellen. We only had one player there to receive, and there was 3 white shirts, and we had no Foxboro players running in for the throw-in.
Yeah.
So we get JoJo Carmen's going to be taking the ball.
Lauren,
is it Lauren Miley? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lauren Miley.
I have
JoJo's
I've
out
posted
there.
my way. That's what we bring you in for. So keep track of these things. So unfortunately, Walpole got to the ball first, and then
Maddie Luck fighting for
Maddie
it,
Luck
though.
jumps in and keeps the ball forward. So Foxboro looking to keep the ball forward, and right now Walpole just staying calm, keeping possession, and trying to work it upfield and not panic, which is great play. And they're able to get it up to midfield. And Megan Burke, nice job coming up and getting it. So Maddie Luck, and now it's going to be a Foxboro throw-in. So Brooke Willonis is number 5, very strong player, and she's definitely been creating some problems here. Her and St. George have been creating some problems for Foxboro in the middle.
A lot. Yep. A lot of them.
Taking advantage of Foxboro being out of position, taking advantage of open field and different opportunities. But Foxboro is they're a tough team, and they're on this ball, so it's going either way right now.
We're bunching up, though. This is the big problem. We're bunching up. Walpole is all spread out, and that was our problem yesterday too.
And it's like Foxboro is looking a little more, and I agree with you absolutely, Ellen. They're looking a little more like they did the first half, but it seems like we're not like fully aggressive. So McCabe, ball up to McCabe. Looks like it's going to get ahead. So there's a foot race. And the Walpole defender is able to kick it out, and that looked like Emma Lonergan, who looks like she's back on D.
But we can't,
So it's a throw-in into, I think that's Miley on the far side. She's looking to cross it and not able to get to the ball.
We have to, it can't just be Kaylee running for the ball all the time. We need to be, the rest of our forwards and outside middies have to be getting down there.
No, right, and then you can't constantly rely on Burke here in the backfield to get that ball out every time. We need somebody else to create a presence back there, and Resnick has, but they seem to have changed her role a little bit, so she might be adjusting. So let's see now. There's a push-up field by Walpole. Great effort on that one. Great aggressiveness and attack. Megan Burke once again fighting with 2. Lindsay Resnick trying to get the ball out. Is a little battle here, back and forth, and Maddie Luck was looking to clear the ball. It had a bad spin. It looked like it was almost going to go in the goal, but thankfully it did not.
This is where Allie, and we don't know if Allie said anything, but they need to be talking.
So let's take a look here. This is very
Luck.
dangerous where she, just the ball was, when it's rotating like that and you go flat-footed, it rolls off your foot.
Yeah.
So thankfully, push it to the corner. So nice placement by Walpole and very close to capitalizing again. Walonis came in, got her foot on the ball just outside of the goal. Foxboro able to stave that off. So let's take a look again. Great placement on the kick. Yeah. Walonis coming in very strong, right up the middle. And again, it seems like they didn't know she was coming. Like if you look at the Foxboro, their backs, the awareness of where the other players are is kind of missing a little. And
this is where both the goalies need to be. They're the generals on the field.
Right.
They need to be telling.
It's a great point, Alan. And
the players, what's going on, who's coming in.
And I will say today, as well as yesterday, these corner kicks make you a little nervous of coming in. So, right idea by Walpole. But where are the players?
Walpole's running after the ball.
Walpole's chasing the ball.
Not running after the ball.
So Nev
not really
coming
sure
up,
what's going on out here.
So again, Foxboro looking a little out of position here, and Walpole seeming to be the aggressor, the stronger players right now. So hopefully, I don't know what the adjustments
kicked it
we need
like
to make
6
here.
times, I think. Nobody else will
really
get their
just
foot on
a
it.
log jam in the middle, and Ali Sagaris gets the save coming out of goal. Looking for man, can she kick that ball?
She can.
Wow, that is a 55-yard punt up to McCabe up top, and there's no blue players coming up.
Only
it's all
Kaylee.
white shirts, and
Kaylee.
we're just not covering the field. So we seem to be. This kind of happened yesterday. It seems like we're slowing down, Alan.
Right.
They're just not keeping the pace, and with Walpole as strong as they're playing, you just can't afford this. So Miley in the middle trying to push the ball upfield. Upfield, but nobody there but a Walpole defender, bringing it right back into Foxboro's end. So now we have Walonis in the middle and looking to cross over to Walonis, and she is Maddie Luck is trying to keep pace with her.
Wow,
that is a nice ball.
Nice
Big save by Sagaris. Big
Allie.
save by Sagaris.
Yep.
Great play by Walonis to try to isolate, gets the shot off, and Sagaris gets her hand on it off the crossbar. Paid attention where the ball was and held on to it.
She did a great
Let's take a look
job on
again.
that
This
one.
was a great job by
That
Walonis.
was
Great
placed
kick.
perfectly.
Great kick and great save.
Unbelievable save. And
so we have
there's
McCabe on
Kaylee.
a sprint on the right-hand side. We need we get a blue player, Carmen up in the middle.
One
Hopefully we can get the
player.
crossover to Carmen, and we need more blue shirts. It's all now it's all white.
Yep.
All white shirts, and it's going to be a goal kick coming out. We're just not getting up and down the field right now, and that's we need to be able to keep this pace.
This is where.
So let's take a look. So if you take a look here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white shirts and 2 blue.
Yep.
And that is just, we're not going to get the opportunities.
Nope, we're not. We're not.
And this is the thing where you have to start looking at taking some subs in. If people are tired, if they're not able to cover the field.
Exactly.
Nice ball up from Nev up to Miley on the right-hand side. So it's going to be a throw-in for Foxboro. Now we need blue shirts. We've got to get up.
Yep.
We've got players walking up. We've got to get up into position here.
Yep.
All right, so we get a throw-in from the near side. Yep. Great throw-in, great positioning. McCabe in the middle, and 5 white defenders there to get the ball out. So Maddie Luck trying to push the ball back up forward. Nev gets the ball over to JoJo Carmen in the corner. JoJo chasing the ball in. Good play. Try to keep it forward. Megan Burke in the middle. Over to Becca Foley, trying to go on the outside and easily pushed out by the Walpole defender. Kylie O'Keefe there to get the rebound and push it back up into the middle. McCabe trying to push forward. Little scrum, and she's trying to get over, and just too many white shirts again. There was 5 white shirts there.
Nev making a good run to save the ball.
So we go, Nev. Good job keeping it in and pushing, and nobody there. So we do have a substitution coming in here. Let's see, we're going to be subbing out a defender on the outside.
Maddie Luck.
For Maddie Luck.
And we've got Sophia Auclair coming back in.
Is that Auclair?
Yes.
Sophia Auclair? Okay.
Yep.
And she seems
Number
to be
6.
going to the outside where Maddie Luck was on. So now we have all defenders on the far side of the field here, Ellen. So I guess I'm confused as to she's over now with Kylie O'Keefe.
Right, yeah.
Shouldn't she be on this side of the field, right?
She should be.
So that's where communication needs to come in. They need
right.
So now Lauren Miley's pushing her back, so that's good. You got Willonis in the middle with the ball. That's dangerous. Okay, so you've got lone defender with Lindsay Resnick is sitting back. And now Megan Burke's coming back as well. So let's see. We're trying to Willonis kind of pushing up on the right-hand side. Kylie O'Keefe matching her in stride, making her work for it. Nice job, Kylie O'Keefe, on that. Trying to get the ball upfield. Kaylee McCabe comes back, gets the ball, trying to push upfield. We have 4 white defenders and JoJo and Kaylee McCabe. The ball scoots out, and the defender's able to come out and get it. Seems like our midfield is slowing down a bit here, so hopefully they can kind of gather it. We've got an injury on the field. So we got a Walpole player down. Can't see quite what number is, hopefully. So it looks like Riley Savary. So hopefully nothing too serious. Let's see if we're able to see what happened. We'll see a replay here. So ball's coming down. Okay, pushing upfield, trying to cross over. Looks like they just tangled up, fighting for the ball, and she just rolled. When she rolled, she kind of.
There's a player.
So now, unfortunately, the Walpole player is still down on the field. Looks like they're going to have an injury timeout potentially here. They're tending to her on the field. She just
Becca
rolled.
Foley's coming out, and Jacqueline Vecchione's
Let's take a look. She just really
in.
looked like she rolled really awkwardly here, Ellen. So
right.
McCabe's on the breakaway, so she's coming up.
Yeah.
She's trying to steal the ball from behind, and then right here she goes for right there. So it looks like she was trying to come along the outside. Great effort, great play, but it looked like I don't know if the ankle or knee didn't hold up. It's tough to tell what really happened, but she rolled up too. So hopefully nothing too serious here.
Yeah, I hope not. I think they're giving her a couple of. The players are going over to.
It's going to be an injury timeout.
Yep.
So it looks like the knee. You know, it looks like it must have just buckled while she was trying to come around and get the ball out.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of the turf, and then we had that quick spat of rain.
Yeah.
Come down.
I was afraid
like a
yesterday.
half hour before game time, or 45 minutes, and it just poured.
Yep.
So yesterday was tough too, and you saw it on some of the throw-ins. The girls were having trouble handling the ball, throw-ins, and the goalies. You know, so it's turned into a really nice day here. So we're sitting on about 29 minutes left in the game at a 2-2 tie. Walpole coach is out there tending to an injured player. Looks to be like the knee. Oh, she needs some water. So it looked like it's hard to see because we're kind of shielded by the player's back, but
they could be waiting for the.
They might be waiting for the trainer in the cart. So that's not a great sign.
No. No.
So she must have. It was either when she planted it. It just must have just tweaked the knee.
Right.
So let's see. Foxboro looked aggressive, but they're just out of position. They seem to, and they're not really attacking the ball like they were, Ellen. I understand it's coming down to like yesterday, where you're down to a few players Megan Burke, JoJo, Kaylee, and they're really attacking the ball, and everybody else is. And I'm not. It's not. They're all working, but they're just out of position. So it's like they've got to get in sync, and that's where these captains.
Oh, that's good.
So she's being helped off the field, so it looks like the knee.
Yeah.
But that's where these captains need to step in and kind of kind of keep
I don't
pushing
think
the
she's
pace.
walking on it.
No, it doesn't look good. So that's two players for Walpole, unfortunately, injured.
Do we know who that was?
It was number 20,
Okay.
Savary, I think was the name. So it's Riley Savary.
Okay. Who's a senior also. I believe she did just put a little bit of pressure on that, though.
Okay, so
I believe
hopefully,
if it's who I'm
hopefully
looking.
it's just a sprain, or she just
yeah,
strained
I
it.
think
but
she just put a little pressure on it.
If you saw on the replay, her body weight was all twisted,
Right.
and it was a tough angle for her.
Right. Yep.
So it looks like they're just going to do a drop ball. Wolonis and Resnick. No, they're going to give it to. Let's see what's going on. Wolonis seems to be talking to her coach, and they're trying to. It's going to be Foxboro's ball. They did have possession, so it does make sense. It's an injury timeout.
Yep.
So,
unless they have Lindsay kick it to.
Yeah, sometimes that's what they do. So
Yeah.
let's see what their plan is here. So just dropping it. It's just a kick upfield.
Yep.
Okay. So off JoJo and easily saved by Walpole's
Well,
goalie.
Nev needs to make a run for that ball. I just put some effort into getting in there and putting, like we said, this is a backup goalie. Put the pressure on her.
You're right, and that's showing young player, and you need to have that awareness. You need to get up into those positions. So we're up the middle of the field. Looks like Wolonis making the push again. Wolonis is really just attacking the ball, really working hard up the middle here. It's able to be broken up. Erin Foley keeps control, pushes the ball back to Kylie O'Keefe, who's trying to move it up for Becca Foley. Foxborough doing a good job of holding possession
they
here.
have to be telling her there's somebody behind her.
So Nev on the near side is. So now there's a call.
She kind of had her arm up and
that didn't really. I didn't see much going on there to make a call, but. But Walpole's going to be given the indirect kick anyway. So maybe it's coming off the injury. The referee's just going to tighten it up a bit here. So kicked right into the middle, right in front of the goal. Kind of mishandled in the middle there. Thankfully, Wolonis went down, so she wasn't able to get on the rebound of it. So looks like it's going to be is it a throw-in on the far
yes,
side?
Yeah,
Throw-in far side for
we were
Walpole.
able to get it. Kylie was able to kick it out the side. So.
Okay, now we kick into the middle here, and right off the top of the crossbar. It's actually, I thought that was out of bounds off the top,
yeah,
but
you would think
maybe
so.
that's basketball.
Yeah. You would think, I guess.
So the ball's still in play. Foxborough maintaining possession, but trying to clear. I don't love the pass backs in front of the goal myself, but easily handled by Resnick, pushing it up the far side here. So we've got it up the side. Becca Foley looking for JoJo Carmen and Kaylee McCabe. We have a 2-on-2 situation here. So McCabe and Carmen pushing it up, and Carmen goes for the shot and just over. She was flanked by a Walpole defender the whole way. So now they just got to try to keep this ball up forward here.
Right.
So we have 26 and a half minutes left in the game. It's a 2-2 tie, Foxborough-Walpole. Pretty even game. Walpole's got some very strong players, and Wolonis and St. George and their other seniors. And they're definitely creating some problems in the middle of the field for Foxborough, as Carmen and McCabe are doing for them up top as well. So it's really been that's kind of been the game right now. It seems to be who can control the middle is who is going to be able to take this out. So Lauren Miley trying to come up the right-hand side, and the Walpole defender is able to come in and take the ball right out. So it's going to be a throw-in.
Nice ball by
it's going to be a throw-in from Foxborough on the near side. It was a good through ball, good pass up, but Walpole was able to defend. So looking for a big throw-in here over to Megan Burke on the near side. Megan
There's nobody in the
with
middle,
a great
though.
chip in to Erin Foley up the middle. Stay on, and Erin Foley is looking for the ball, and it's in. That was a
That's
great
great.
heads-up play.
That
Erin
was
Foley
great.
maintaining her composure. Erin
Yep.
Foley was able to maintain her composure, and as the ball came down and got it in, it was almost defended by one of the Walpole players who really stayed on it. So way to capitalize.
But
nice
that's
job.
what we need to do. We need to be getting to the goal. We need to
Absolutely,
get there.
and that's usually the trademark of Foxboro. So,
Right,
so let's take a look again. So we're up in the middle here, and it's a nice chip up by Megan Burke, and Foley maintained composure. And you saw that Walpole
It actually
defender
went off
almost
the Walpole defender.
They almost came in and were able to stop that. It was a great effort on their part, but Foxboro able to capitalize and take the lead 3-2 with 25 and a half minutes left. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Actually, no, just substitution.
It's just a substitution.
I guess it must have.
It looked like everyone was clearing to the side.
Yeah.
Because you don't see a lot of time. Foxboro doesn't take timeouts generally.
Right.
But didn't it look like it?
Yes, I know. I thought so too. And I would be
coming off of yesterday when KP called their timeouts.
Yep.
So looks like it's going to be a Foxboro throw in on the far side.
Compared to last year where we had quarters and then we had all of our scrimmages
No
had
throw-ins.
quarters.
No throw-ins.
Yeah,
no
last
heading.
year no throw-ins, no headers.
Yeah, and I thought of the biggest change was the no throw-ins because basically everybody was given an indirect kick.
Right.
And that is a little too much of an advantage, I feel.
Yeah.
I think they could have come up with something, like you have to pass it in or something. But,
right.
But, yeah, as long as everybody has the same guidelines, I suppose. So
Kaylee got a foot
Kaylee
on
McCabe
that.
getting her foot on the goal kick coming out. And, again, just a sea of white shirts up the middle here. So JoJo Carmen working hard against St. George. St. George doing a nice job keeping control of the possession of the ball. We have Nev coming up on it, so
nice
slide. Job by St. George. Nice slide into the ball.
Yep.
So big kick in, but easily saved by Cigars.
Lindsay shielding that.
And that was Ella Thompson taking
a
chip from outside, looking to cut it into the middle. Right idea, but a little far out. So Willonis on the far side, again going with Kylie O'Keefe. And it's going to be, let's see what they call here. They're going to call a push on O'Keefe.
Kylie.
Okay.
Yep.
I wouldn't say, thankfully nobody hurt. I don't mean like this, but there was a lot of open field. You don't want to give Willonis an open field like that. So Kylie, Willonis got a step on her, and Kylie just was able to break it up. So
this is a tough one,
yeah,
though.
so hopefully nothing gets capitalized here.
Yep.
So it's a nice chip in, and
nice
McCabe's able to get her head on the ball and clear it out again. So then St. George easily able to chip the ball up because nobody there. So
nice
Cigar is coming
Allie.
through. Nice save. And so once again, Allie looking to see where she can go for ball placement here. And so what a foot on Cigars.
She does.
So McCabe at the top, and again, just 4 white shirts there to greet it. So, push to the outside. Is that Foley? Becca Foley on the outside?
Jacqueline Vecchione on the outside.
Okay, to the middle. McCabe coming in with 2 defenders.
We get a corner kick, so.
Is he going to call that a corner?
Yep.
Great, okay. I
thought
it was
off of the Walpole defender.
Nice.
Kaylee was sandwiched by 2 Walpole defenders, so it was a nice ball by Jacqueline to try and get it in there.
Corner kick on the far side for Foxboro. They've only had two other corner kicks so far? Maybe 3 on the day.
Oh, no, yeah, they've had about 3 or 4.
On the day. So McCabe curling it in off the goalie's chest. Ball is bouncing. The goalie's out trying to push it out. And it is going to be a throw-in for Foxboro. Missed opportunity there. So it's going to be a throw-in coming in from Foxboro. The wind's actually picked up here, Ellen. If you look in there, it's really. Let's take a look here. So McCabe with a nice chip coming in.
Yep.
Off the chest of the goalie.
Yep.
All white defenders. And then we have Erin Foley comes in for the ball.
Right.
And not able to keep it forward.
Jacqueline with a nice kick.
Trying to get it to the outside.
Yep. Wide right. How about that Tampa Bay game last night, Mike?
Well, the first half was great. A little late for my taste.
Mine too. we went to bed.
But it was unbelievable watching the 2 quarterbacks.
Yep.
All right, so Foxboro, Erin Foley trying to keep the ball
Prescott
forward, pushing
did
it up.
A phenomenal job too.
Toward McCabe. We've got multiple defenders on her up top. So Nev, right idea, trying to push the ball through, but again, it's a 2-on-1 scenario. Oh, they're going to call it on Foley. So okay, that was a tough one because number 22 number 22 was kind of pushing back. I thought they were both aggressive, but you can't put your hands on. It was the right call because once Foley put both their hands on the back, you've created the penalty. So Walpole pushing the ball up forward. So we've got Kylie O'Keefe on the far side on the defense, actually getting pushed up the back there, but again, the Walpole player didn't extend her arm, and that's the difference. You can kind of nudge and use your shoulder, but once you extend that arm. So it's going to be another corner kick for Walpole. All right, so Walpole will be taking the corner kick here.
They're really strong on this. So
we've got McCabe and O'Keefe around Cigaris, and this is where Cigaris needs to make sure she's in control and
they have to keep an
take
eye
positioning.
On.
Cigaris, nice job, great save. She is looking. Both of our goalies look really strong, which is great.
Right.
I'm really impressed with the foot of Cigaris. Like she's kicking this thing 50 yards. It's unbelievable. It's impressive.
It is.
So let's see. We got in the middle. Lauren Miley trying to push the ball upfield. We've got.
It's Jacqueline.
Is that Jacqueline Vecchione up on the left side, but just the ball shoots up ahead of her. We had, unfortunately, a lot of our players were down from defending the corner kick. Not getting back upfield. So Kylie O'Keefe on the nice job using her body to shield off Willonis. They're battling over there. O'Keefe and Willonis are battling.
Nice job by Jacqueline.
And I will say one thing. So McCabe on the far side trying to get around. Definitely a little battle going. And so now the Walpole's going to complain, and they're going to give the ball to Walpole. So we've got 19 minutes left in the second half. It's a 3-2 game, Foxboro. And we've got you can't. So it's going to be a call. Willonis is getting the call. So it was Kylie O'Keefe and
I think that
Claire.
was, Sophia Claire.
Let's take a look. I couldn't see. So right here, O'Clair goes for it, and sticks the. Once she stuck her leg out right in between Willonis's feet, it took her footing out. Okay, so Walpole within the direct kick here coming in. We'll say the calls today. It's been balanced.
Yes.
The refs are doing a great job. I think it's been a great, because you hate to see a game affected by calls and things like that. And so today it's really just. Yesterday you saw it was unbalanced, but
the calls.
But KP was the stronger team yesterday.
They were.
Geez, that was a 55-yarder. She just is punting the ball up, and we don't seem to be ready for it each time, though, Ellen. You got to push your middies up. You have to. If she can kick that 50 yards, you should have all of your middies and forwards should be upfield, waiting for that ball. That's an opportunity.
Nice header by Lindsay Resnick.
Good job, Lindsay, getting the ball out. Defense is looking more in sync as this half goes on. They're starting to kind of to gel up a little bit here, which is good. Yep. Which I think they will. I mean, you got a talent group back there led by Megan Burke. So we got McCabe down on the far side, and we've got and they're going to call. They're calling. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a call against Walpole. There's an opportunity here for Foxboro. So let's take a look here. Kaylee trying to come around the corner. Yep, and there's the Walpole player extending the arm. Yep, she's trying to push up. They're both. I mean, McCabe's grabbing too. So that could have gone either way, but it went Foxboro's way. So now McCabe's going to take the direct kick from the outside here. Basically, it's a corner kick, Ellen, with a little bit better of an angle. Yep. So let's see what goes on here. McCabe chipping it into the middle, and the ball is shooting out, and Megan Burke is there to rebound it. So here we go. Megan's trying to keep the ball forward. It's taken off her feet by Willonis. No, that wasn't Willonis. Excuse me, number 7.
Nice job by Aaron to get it across the field.
Ball over to Vecchione, over to McCabe on the far side. looking for somebody in the middle, JoJo, but it's we need more blue up the middle. That's okay. McCabe take a shot.
Wow.
Third goal of the game for McCabe. What a shot from the 25-yard line.
I want to see those hats being
that is
I'd
brings
like to see the
Foxboro up
hats
4-2.
being thrown on the field.
That is 3 goals.
By the men wearing
3 goals
the
on the board for McCabe today. That was a great kick. Just settles in, takes the shot from the 20, right over the goalie's head. Yeah. That is a nice go-ahead goal that is going to actually hopefully keep Foxboro at ease here. Against a very tough Walpole team. There's a lot of time left on the clock.
Tons of time left.
Absolutely.
And you can't.
And this is a strong
this
team.
And there's JoJo
this team's too dangerous.
On.
Has too many weapons. Now JoJo there being grabbed, but the ref is far upfield, not able to see it. So Foxboro really starting to attack here. Really starting to push the attack. It's what we saw in the first half. The swing of momentum has been kind of the story of the game. Both teams at times looking the stronger team.
Right.
So here's the ball up in the middle. McCabe's there, and then pass back to the goalie. Aaron Foley running in the goalie. We should keep this ball up. So that was. Let's see what they're calling it the other way, calling it against JoJo. I thought that's kind of a. Actually, it didn't look like she got pushed that hard, but she certainly didn't do anything to grab the girl. So
no,
that girl came in with the shoulder. She was leading with the shoulder. So, all right, we're 15 minutes left in the game. Score is now 4-2. McCabe has 3 goals on the game, and Aaron Foley with the 4th. So it's Foxboro really getting in sync here. Like I said, the defense is looking more in sync. And able to push it up, but we've got some dangerous players with St. George and Willonis still on the field.
Right.
So there's a lot of game left, and Foxboro needs to stay aggressive, stay in sync here.
Good job by Megan to get that out. Walpole throw in.
So that's going to be that's going to be a throw in. That was off of it was off of number 6. That's all Claire,
Sophia
right?
Claire, yep.
So Sophia Claire up the middle, trying to clear the ball out, and that's going to be a Foxboro throw in. Right. JoJo Kama looking for the ball quick. I like it. We need some blue shirts,
we need
though.
To get some people down the field.
We have 5 Walpole Rebels to 2 Foxboro Warriors, and easily taken by the Rebels. Excuse me, the Timberwolves. I keep going the Walpole Rebels. The Timberwolves. So, and they pushed upfield, but again, we just have a sea of white shirts right now here.
Yep.
So they're
changing fields or trying to.
Yeah. So but they're covering the field just a little bit better. But Foxboro is spread out a little more this time. So which is good. Just trying to maintain. They're going to call it. She came up the back, but looked a little bit like. So it looks the calls are getting a little more frequent right now, Ellen. Coming off of us just saying it was a pretty even call. But they're calling it both ways. They're calling it both ways. They're just kind of slowing it up.
Right.
But it's smart. You want to keep control, especially after 2 injuries. You don't want injuries, and it's better to keep control of the game, especially where the calls are coming in the middle of the field. So it's not giving a huge advantage, right? Like a direct kick on the goal.
Right.
So Foxboro once again coming in and attacking the ball. I couldn't quite see who got their head on. I think it was Lauren Miley, but it was a sea of people there. So Walpole pushing, crossing to the middle, and Lindsay Resnick able to get her foot on and shoot that ball out.
Yeah.
And Lindsay really needs to just keep stepping up. She's only in her 2nd year, a very strong player. Really came on strong last season.
She had a great freshman year.
She did. She was given the opportunity around the 4th game and just took it and ran with it. So it's good to see her take a big role and continue to take a big role because they're going to really need her in the next few years, and she's got the ability.
Sophia Claire kicking it out of the end zone again, and now it's a corner kick for Walpole.
So Walpole taking the corner kick from the far side. The kick is up. It's a little short. It's deflected off of a Walpole player. It looks like it's going to roll out for a throw-in for Foxboro. So Foxboro left out. That was the first. Most of their kicks have been right on. And that one was a little short.
Yeah. Right. It was low and short.
Low and easily in. So it's is that JoJo Carmen trying to keep the ball in?
Yeah.
Good heads up by St. George to quickly get the ball.
Oh, they were trying to make a substitution.
So that was too quick, but that's the way to do it. Is really so you get a
nice
one-on-one McCabe against 27. Great heads up play by number 27.
I was going to say this goalie should control. I wasn't even.
I got to say I wasn't even sure that player was aware McCabe was behind her because she didn't even look, but she obviously did and made a smart play, get it back to the goalie who had plenty of time to push the ball back upfield. So it's going to be out of bounds. Foxboro ball coming back.
It was a nice try.
So Megan Burke with the throw in, and we've got JoJo Carmen, Kaylee McCabe, and who's Vecchione? Oh, Nev. I couldn't see who. What happened?
Megan, I think, pulled a muscle.
Okay, so Burke limping. She's okay. She's waving off the ref. So Berkey is definitely one of the toughest players on this team here, on this field. So she must have just...
I think they're going to pull her anyway.
A little tweak, so... If they pull her, she's not going to be happy. So 10.5 minutes left in the game. Walpole with the throw-in, looking to get it up to Willonis, who is a dangerous weapon up top there. That was close to a dangerous kick, but it's going to be... I thought it was off the foot of number 9.
I did too.
But it's called a Walpole ball. So Walpole throwing in. And is that all clear? So that's off the Walpole player's foot. So it's going to be a Foxboro throw in. And we get a substitution. So you're right. They're going to have Megan Burke come off just to check the leg.
Nev or Meg? Yeah.
Meg. Yep, they're going to have her, just to be careful. So we've got just under 10 minutes left in the game. Foxboro leading 4-2 against a tough Walpole team here. Walpole Timberwolves. So going to get used to that. So, and I think I said Porkers earlier, but that was a field hockey team. I threw that, yeah.
Yeah, field hockey. So, like I said, my sister-in-law, who I believe is watching, will get a good laugh out of that.
So,
but both of my sister-in-laws played field hockey for Walpole.
Okay.
Both goalies, too.
So your sisters were
continued
former
in college.
Porkers.
Yes, they were. And then they both continued in college.
And now they've gone to the Timberwolves, which is kind of a lot of schools have gone that way just out of, being proper. Foxboro is still the Warriors. And they're pushing upfield right now. So it's going to be a Foxboro throw-in. JoJo Carmen, who has a very strong throw-in. So we need a couple blue shirts up top here more. We're still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white shirts to 3 blue. So Erin Foley fighting in the middle, keeping the ball forward, and not able to. She had 2 players on her, just too much pressure from. So that looked like just kind of sliding off the ball. The player wasn't even really near her. So he's going to call it. He's calling a late whistle. Almost like they were looking for the calls. I don't want to speculate, but I didn't notice that there was a player next to him. So, yep, they're going to give them an indirect kick at about the 45-yard line with just under 8.5 minutes left to play in the game. Foxboro leading 4-2. It's been a great back and forth all day so far, though.
Right.
Again, we've really seen some strong players on the field here on both teams. Both teams are strong
nice
across.
Nice header by Lauren Miley.
Both teams strong up and down the lineup. So ball's bouncing around. And then Walpole with 2 defenders back, able to just try to push it up, but it looks like it's going to the outside. It's kept in bounds and out on Foxboro on the far side. Okay, so now throw in by Walpole. So Walpole's really making a push here. Aggressive, pushing the ball up.
There's still plenty of time.
So let's see what we got here. There's a Walpole player on the ground. Looks like they're going to get a call again. Starting to see a trend here, so let's hope we can keep this ball moving. So it's just over 7 minutes left of the game, 4-2. A lot of stoppages here for some indirect kicks, direct kicks, and throw-ins. So hopefully we can settle this down and get back to playing some soccer here.
Right.
So Foxboro laying heavy in the middle here, trying to protect. You want to keep an eye on Willonis and St. George during these. St. George on the outside. They've got Nev on her. And Willonis is with Sophie Auclair. And
nice
McCabe's able to
job
get
by
her
McCabe.
header in there again.
Yep.
That seems to be her thing today.
Well,
Coming back
thank
on
God.
D and getting headers on. That was a Foxboro ball there, but it went out of bounds. It really could have been got so. So Sophie St. George just squirting up the middle. That's a slide. There was no contact there.
No contact.
Good call by the ref. I was hoping. I don't want to see them start calling slides. So it's going to be a Walpole throw in again. Walpole really pushing right now. So that's a great job by Resnick. Get that ball. Good heads up. Good control. So now we have JoJo Carmen coming up, looking for McCabe up the middle. It's going to be a 1v1 here.
Yeah. Nice,
McCabe
nice
fighting
ball.
with, gets a breakaway toward the goalie. And
wow,
big save.
Nice save by
Big
the
save, but we
goalie.
got another goal.
Oh.
Who is? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Just wide of the
wide.
net.
I think that was. Is that
My-
Jacqueline?
I can't see from here.
Vecchione.
Jacqueline Vecchione. So we have a call. We have a call. Do we have a call in the box here?
I think Kaylee's looking for a call.
It's a penalty box. Are we getting a penalty kick? Or so it's a
No,
goal? Oh, no,
no.
the goal kick.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look again. So great play by the goalie. McCabe coming,
Phenomenal
looking for
play.
the outside, and the goalie's just able to
Yep.
get down on it. So great save. And then Vecchione coming in and just punches it
outside.
wide. So now we have a breakaway down the other end
Walpole.
here, and Resnick in the middle breaking it up, and
Great job.
Kylie
by-
O'Keefe was able to get in there, and Sagaris with the save. Nice
Good
job
job
by
by Allie.
Sagaris having a great second half.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Yep. She
And
is.
again, now our middies should be pushing up with her foot. We should be pushing some blue shirts up the field here.
Yep. So I'm
5
not
minutes
sure-
left.
I'm not sure who is.
Timekeeping
coming back in, but I don't
timekeeping
know who
will
else is over
will
there.
go over to the refs. Well, it should, but it didn't. So we have 5 minutes left in the game. 4-2 Foxborough with the lead against a tough Walpole team.
So Megan Burke's coming back in.
Megan
for,
Burke coming back in, which is a great sign.
for Maddie Luck, and I'm not. Who else came in?
I saw Lauren Miley.
Lauren
Looks like she's
Miley's
coming
going
off.
off,
So who's
so-
in the middle? So we've Foley and Grace Riley.
Grace Riley.
So Grace Riley in the
Yes.
middle with Foley.
Yep.
I like that. Grace is a very heads-up player. Sees the field well and plays strong. So we'll see how she does in the middle.
Well, it's good to try her out. And
Need to develop a few
Yep.
more center mids,
Exactly.
especially if you're pushing McCabe up to the top, because that's been her primary position.
Corner kick by Kaylee.
So coming in, and the ball's out, and Walpole goalie
Another
with
nice
another
save by Emma Lonergan.
I'm not. Well, we think it is because
No,
she
I
put
am.
on a goalie shirt.
Oh, but I asked.
You asked.
I asked a Walpole
No,
parent.
you did, but
Oh, did they?
but
put
we
it-
don't know if it's her again, because she played the first half. Emma Lonergan finished it out.
Yep.
And now we have a girl has a goalie shirt on it. And I don't think it's her again.
Oh.
So we don't have a
Oh.
number.
Oh gosh. Okay.
She was number 18. So if you don't
Right.
see Emma Lonergan number 18 on the field, then possibly it is. But I don't think that's her.
So JoJo will be taking
So
the
JoJo
kick,
Carmen's taking the corner kick.
taking a left-footed
Nice,
kick.
great job.
Oh,
Comes
wow,
in and
that's
in. Who-
nice. I think that's
That was,
Maddie. No,
Vecchione?
that's no,
Who
it's
was it?
Nev Taylor, I believe.
Nev Taylor.
I believe it was Nev Taylor
Her first varsity high school
Yep.
goal of her career.
as a freshman.
Nice job to see her get in there,
Yep.
get her head on that ball in traffic.
Yep.
That's great. So let's take a look again
Oh
here.
no! It is Nev Taylor.
Let's
Sorry.
take a
Yep.
look. Great shot by JoJo.
Yep. And
And it was Nev. Yeah, so
Yep.
comes in, good heads up, gets her head on the ball. So Foxborough with now with the 5-2 lead with 3.5 minutes left in the game.
keeping the pressure on.
So Walpole, the strong push here by number 23 right up the
Yeah,
field.
nobody.
There. So this is looks like Walpole's getting, they've lost a little bit on their step here, and that happens. We saw it happen with Foxborough yesterday. This last goal here seemed to really kind of frustrate Walpole,
Right.
as it would. But this
yeah,
is where a strong team, it's got to. And we saw this with Foxborough yesterday.
Yep.
You can't allow it to happen,
Right.
Because you just for fear it'll carry over into the next game.
Exactly.
So pass back to Resnick, who controls it. Nice, easy, good kick up to McCabe up top, flanked by a defender.
Nice.
Playing aggressive,
crossover.
and it's going to be a Foxborough throw-in. So throw in and easily handled by Walpole. And looks like Kylie O'Keefe came up. Kylie O'Keefe has done a great job in Walonis, who's a super strong player, and Kylie has really made her work today. And that's one of the things with Kylie O'Keefe we said at the beginning is you will never outwork her. She does not quit, and she's fearless.
Well, she plays hockey.
That's good. She's actually committed. I forget the school off the top of my head. But,
Johnson and Wales.
Yeah, she's already committed to play, and
yep.
she's and you see that toughness carry over. So St. George tripped up a little on the ball trying to get control, and Megan Burke is down again. She's cramping. You can see her foot. See how her foot,
yep.
her calf is cramping up. Stay down, Meg. Meg, stay down. They got to cut the timeout. Kaylee's got a breakaway. Kaylee McCabe breakaway, 1-on-1 with the goalie. And gets right by the goalie for number. Off the post! Oh, she could not be happy about that one. Oh, did everything right and finished it. She can't walk it off. She's good.
That's the only way to get rid of a cramp.
Yeah, but her foot's all cramped. So look at McCabe does everything perfect, and then just at the last second off the post. So here comes the goalie, comes out, waits, pushes, gets by the goalie, left foot, and just gets the post. So the angle might have been a little further than we realized. So Megan Burke has cramping up. You could see her foot. She's now coming out the field, and it's her left foot. Her calf looked like it was just cramping and curling the foot up. So at this point in the game, it's better for her to come out and try to walk it off on the sideline and not create any injury.
With under 2 minutes, but from a woman who gets cramps in her calves and feet.
Really? You're gonna? I'm not gonna throw any joke. I'm gonna leave all the jokes alone because I will get in trouble. But
we're just local TV here, Mike. I won't sue you.
But those can be very, very. And if Megan Burke doesn't get up from it, it's severe. So. In the middle of a game, she's better off at this point to come down and kind of walk it off. Jordan Collins also had that last year. That's the end of the game. Yep. What a game back and forth where Foxboro was able to really pull it out in the end.
They're not letting Megan go out to celebrate the win. Ay, ay, ay.
So, a great bounce back coming off of that KP loss yesterday where Foxboro.
We needed this.
Where KP really just kind of controlled the game. And in my opinion, I mean, you could have called it either way.
Yep.
But today, Foxboro was able to grit it out against a very tough Walpole team here with some strong leadership on the Walpole team.
And I hope that the two girls are okay and they're back for their next game, which I'm sure is early next week. Really hope that they're fine. Yep.
And so McCabe coming off of a hat trick today and missing number 4, and I don't think she's going to be. If I know her well, she's not going to be very happy about that.
She isn't.
But again, a strong game by the Foxboro seniors, the whole team. And both our goalies, it's great to see two super strong goalies in there with Maddie and Segaris.
And it looks like the D is starting to gel.
Yes, they get it together in the second half.
And I think next week with practice, I think it'll be a different story in our next game.
One of the things with Foxborough they've been lucky too is if you watch Segaris and Mayer warming up, they are very much get along well and seem like, and that was the same thing with Morgan Sylvester and Jamie DeVellis years past. They're both competing for the job, but they're not at each other about it. So to see both of them get a half and both play very well is a great thing for the team. It's only a good thing.
So just so we let everybody know, next week we actually have a game on Monday, so no more practice. We have a game on Monday against Stoughton at Stoughton, 3:45 start. And
Stoughton's actually coming off a pretty good year. Foxborough is usually comes out ahead on Stoughton, but I think they led their division last year, if I saw it right. It was an abbreviated season.
Taunton?
I think Stoughton.
Isn't Stoughton's in the Davenport?
No, they were. Well, I'll have to look again. You might be right, but Let's do that.
Okay.
So, all right. So, but thank you, everyone. It was a great home opener for the Foxboro team, and it was really good to see them come out and strong and kind of start to gel a little bit today. So,
and thank you to Foxboro Cable, always making it happen for us.
And don't fall for Ellen Burke with all her Hilliard's chocolate bars trying to sell them when she leaves here. So, thanks everybody, and we'll see you at the next game.
All right. Bye.